Hi guys! If you guys are new to the channel, I'm Jamie and I'm a third-year medical school student. One of the most frequent questions I get is how much does medical school cost? So I thought I would make a dedicated video on the cost of medical school and answer some questions like if it's worth it or not. The actual cost of going to medical school depends on what state you're in and the type of medical school you go to. State or public medical schools, for the most part, are cheaper than private ones. According to a survey by Association of American Medical College, or AAMC, the average yearly tuition of student attending a public medical school in 2016 is approximately $31,000, while the cost of attending a private medical school is approximately $53,000. Outside of tuition, there are other costs to consider as well, like cost of living, like your rent and your food, healthcare costs, transportation costs, and cost of books, and fees for board exams like USMLE STEM. With all these taken into account, the annual living cost can reach up to $25,000, making the total estimated cost of $56,000 and $78,000 for public and private med schools respectively. And for 4 years, that's $224,000 or $312,000. According to the AAMC in 2015, the average debt of a medical school graduate is $183,000. That's not including the debt incurred during undergrad years. While you do get paid during residency, it's usually not enough to pay off your debt. Aside from the monetary costs, there are other costs to consider as well, such as time. One of the requirements of applying to medical school is a bachelor's degree from an accredited institution. So that means for most of us in the US, that's 4 years of undergrad plus 4 years of medical school. Finally, when you're done with medical school, residency can take anywhere between 3 to 7 years depending on your specialty. So in total, it can take up to 11 to 15 years to complete. Just by attending medical school, there's a lot of things that you miss out on. First, there's a potential money that you could be earning if you went into a different field. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average weekly income of a person with a bachelor's degree is about $1,200. So that equates to about $62,000 a year. For the sake of simplicity, let's assume that your income stays at this level for the next 4 years. In 4 years, total income you're giving up by going to medical school is about $250,000, all the while accumulating anywhere between $224,000 to $312,000 in expenses. Aside from the income, there are a lot of other things that you're giving up. Because of the academic rigors that come with being in medical school, your social life is probably one of the first things to go. You have to say no to a lot of social events with your friends. And it's not uncommon for friendships and relationships that you have made from high school or college to drift away. Anecdotally speaking, I went from hanging out with my non-med school friends every weekend or every other weekend to maybe once every couple months. Keep in mind though, you do make friends in med school and you get to spend a lot of time with them. And you go through a lot together, so it does tend to nurture close friendships. So it's not completely true that your entire social life goes out the window. It's more like your social life shifts to include mostly only your med school friends. Another thing you're giving up is your 20s. There are some industries where you can start working right after getting your bachelor's. You can enjoy life, travel, buy a house, and maybe even start a family. In med school, your lifestyle by default will be a little different. You'll probably wait a little longer and start your family a bit later, though not necessarily. While you do get paid during residency, like I mentioned, it's not enough to pay down your loans. By the time you're done with residency, you're going to be in your early or mid-30s. So overall, you're sacrificing quite a bit there as well. That's why I always say you need to be pretty close to 100% sure if you want to go to med school. You are giving up a lot and you should be ready to make those sacrifices. So after everything I just said, why should anyone go into medicine? I'm a third-year medical school student now, and I honestly can't think of anything else I'd rather be doing. I love that I'm learning a special set of skills that allows me to help people in ways that very few other professions can. And you're constantly learning, and it's always intellectually stimulating. You're pretty much a lifelong student because science, medicine, and technology is constantly changing, and you get to stay on top of that. And at the same time, medicine is all about teaching, empowering others with the information that you have, and bringing up and training the next generations of physicians, which is what I hope to do later in my career. So to me, all the sacrifice, debt, and time is worth it. People ask me all the time whether they should go into medicine or not, whether the time and the financial commitment is worth it. I think the only person who can make that decision is you. And hopefully this video can aid in some small way to make that a very well-informed decision. And with that, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys found the video useful and got an overall idea of the cost of medical school. If you guys found it helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!